Hi friends, how are you all? Welcome back to Soulful Knowledge. So in my channel, I'm posting regarding Kundalini awakening and spiritual awakening. So if you're interested in this, you can follow my channel. And I'm posting in two languages, in Tamil as well as in English. So if you wanted to check only English version, you can check my playlist, Soulful Knowledge English. So has Women's Day special. So March 8th, it was an International Women's Day. So I wish everyone on behalf of my channel a happy Women's Day. Okay, since today is an Women's Day special, so I'm going to make videos regarding the specialty and the importance of an woman. This is not about like boasting about the woman's specialty or like appreciating women's achievements. So since I'm in spiritual path, the main thing with spirituality is you should lose your physical identity. So woman, male, all this is a physical identity. Feminine and masculine is like the higher energies. It is like a spiritual identity. So already I've explained about masculine and feminine. So since I'm making these videos, the main thing is that I'm not having the attachment towards that. So everything what I make, the videos, everything from the beginning, it's from the scientific perspective. So I put forward the science, and based on that only I'm making all the videos. So whatever I make the video is from the creation point of view. It's from the nature point of view. So always I believe that science tells a reality even if we accept or if we don't accept. So science is actually tells the truth for us, and it is the reality we have to follow. So in that way, today's video will be actually the essence of a woman, the true nature of the woman from the creation perspective. All these I'm going to tell in a homemaker perspective. So we all know women nowadays are into the society level. They are achieving so much in the society and career wise. So today's video is completely based on a homemaker perspective and importance of that homemaker, the role of the feminine from a homemaker's perspective. So first thing is, what is the feminine nature? What exactly the nature is given as a feminine? So if you see the woman, the male, the female, it is a physical representation. We are actually being separated like this, male and female, for some scientific reason in this world. So what is the real aspect of a woman? So if you see, woman is actually known for the provider. Woman is actually a giver. So this I didn't tell. So nature itself is formed in that way. For example, if you take the smaller level, so as a woman, as a physical level, we know that woman is responsible for that womb. As women, we have that ovaries, ovum, we have that uterus. So what is all this? It actually gives us the environment. It actually creates an environment in such that any life force enters into that ovaries or ovum. It actually sustains that life force. It provides the necessary nutrients and other supplies to actually grow that life force. So in that way, so woman is actually like a provider. She's a giver. She's like an environment. She's creating a necessary and the perfect environment for a life force which comes inside that ovary to actually help it to grow. So after that only it's growing as an embryo. So if you see in the male, they have that seed, that sperm. The sperm is the life force. So this sperm actually need an environment to grow. As alone as outside, the sperm will never sustain, it is going to die. When it finds that egg or that ovum, only then the sperm will germinate. So that's why the ovaries are the form, it is actually representing the real woman's nature. So it is like an environment. So any life which comes inside that, it is able to sustain and it is able to grow that life force. So as a research work, what they have explained that the sperm is not entering into the ovum. It is the ovum which is selecting the sperm and it's allowing inside. to get that life force. So that's why woman is a nature, is a environment by herself. It has the power to select the life force to grow inside it. So that's why I'm telling woman is like a provider. She's like the environment itself. This is in the physical level. This is the smallest level I've explained. If you see in the larger scale, in the higher level, the world itself is like a woman only. We all know that we call this earth as the mother earth. We call it as a feminine nature because it acts as that ovum or ovary or that egg. It gives us the necessary environment. It has that Panchabhutas, the five elements of nature. So it gives the supplement of these five elements to any life force which grows inside that world. So if you see any seed which has to be germinated, it needs a supplement from the earth. The air, the water, the sunlight, everything it needs in a proper proportions. Then only the seed will grow as a tree, as a plant. So that's why this environment itself, the necessary environment is created from the world. So the world provides this environment to grow the life force. That's why I've told that the woman is like a provider, she's a giver. Now you have understood what is the purpose of woman as a physical reality, what is the purpose. So already we explained about the masculine and feminine. So this woman or the male or female, everything is for the physical representation. So masculine and feminine is like the energies. It is in the higher level. If you see in the spirituality, these are the higher levels. This is the beyond the physical nature. So already we explained that masculine and feminine, it is not equivalent to male or female. So many of them in spirituality, they would have explained about divine masculine and divine feminine. These are the higher energies, higher spiritual energies. Even that I'll explain in my future videos. So the next thing is, I'll tell what is the role of a woman as a homemaker. If you see, our home is like a mini organization. So in that, if you see as a home or a family, so that nature, that environment is created because of that woman. So because of that feminine energy, because it is a nature ourself. As I said that our embryo or that ovary, that uterus is like the environment. In the same way, in the larger scale, this world itself is like creating an environment for that life force. In the same way, if you take as a home or a family, the environment is created because of the feminine energy, because of the woman. So as from the ancient times, we know that the woman is responsible for the homemaker. The woman is only known for the homemaker. So woman has so much of responsibility. She has to do so much of role to make that home. The house, it's just a physical representation. If you have to convert that house into a home or a family, definitely the part of the woman is major. So we'll see now what are the multiple role of the woman to make the house, to convert that house into an home environment, into a family. The first major role of a woman in a family is the parenting role. We all know this is a major role for a mother as a parent. So even male has the biggest role. So definitely I'll make a male special video in the men's day. So since today is a men's day, I'm making all these video especially for the women. So as women, the first thing is the parent role, the motherhood role. It is actually women's role to nurture the children, to give the good nourishment for the children, to nurture them, to make them grow as a perfect people for the society. So next major role is the chef role. Yes, of course, women are great cooks. We all know that. If you take in the home level, the home food, the chefs, the cooking, everything is from the woman's emotional. It comes from the woman's emotional level. So each and every dish is prepared carefully from a mother, from a wife, to satisfy everyone's need of that family. So as a nutrition provider, she needs to actually calculate and each and every person in the family and provide the proper nourishment through the cooking. So this is the major role. The third one is like nurse role. Of course, we know that the parents are, as a woman, we are the main doctors in the family. We all know that in the olden days we have that grandmother's recipes, which is actually made from the home, the cooking things, the ingredients which is from the house. Which is used for the cold, fever, everything our grandmothers used to make from the home. So from there, our doctors, the nurses, all created from our home only. So this is a basic thing from where the nursings, everything has been created. So that's why women also play a major role as a doctor and as a nurse. So next thing is as a sanitary inspector for cleanliness. So women are really very cleanliness freak. So to maintain the health of the family, the women have to also focus in this role. As an health inspector, they should actually inspect the cleanliness of the house also. The next thing is as a educator, as a teacher. So we all know that parents is the first educator for us. Our first teacher is our mom. She is a great teacher. So not only the books, not only the words, not only the language, she have to emotionally educate us. She have to give the value systems. So a mother is a person who transfers the value system from family into the next generation. So that's why our first teacher is our mother. So not only a teacher, they should actually be like a mentor, a role model, so that our kids will definitely take the essence of that value systems from their parenting, from their mother. So the next is like a emotional supporter as a psychologist. So this is also major role, and this one of the major role that a mom only can provide for the kids. So this is a feminine nature. So if you see that emotional support is actually comes from that mom in majority of the family. So definitely there can be exceptions, even male are doing this role, but I'm as a majority I'm talking about the feminine nature. So emotions itself is actually like a feminine nature only. So why it is like that is, so if you see, everything is not related to the language or the expressions. So many things are made of the energies, the emotions. If you see the spiritual level, there is no language or there is no expressions. It's about the energies. It's about how you feel, the emotions also takes a major role. So if it comes to a family, if you see our children's, our husband, our parents, our in-laws, everyone needs that emotional support. So directly or indirectly they are also in need of that emotions. So this emotional support, our women, our feminine nature is actually being like a center of the family to provide that emotional nurturing to everyone. So if you see emotions, if you see masculine, they are only like mind oriented, the data, the intellectual, the logical oriented. It's everything like an expression, it needs a language. But emotions, it's like the heart oriented, it's the energies, it does not need any language. So if you see, as a mother, she is only responsible to understand the emotions of the kids. So if you see from the childhood, from as a babies, so baby does not know the language. So a mother only can understand the emotions of the baby without kids or baby expressing into the language. So she is only capable to capture that emotions and do the necessary things what that life needs. All these are the major roles our women are doing, this feminine nature are able to do. So much of roles, as a single person, as a single woman, all these roles she have to be taken care in the family. The next thing is the skills. So what are all the skills the woman needs to actually maintain this family, to run this family, to create that environment in that family. So the first main skill is the PR skill, the personal relationship skill. So definitely woman acts as a center point of the family. She has to have that personal relationship with her husband, with her children's, with their parents, with their in-laws. They have to provide that connection between all of them. So this PR skill is very important as women in a family. The next is the sales skill. So definitely this is also a very important skill, and each homemaker should have, because anything, if you wanted to provide the family, you need that convincing skill. So you need to convince the good things to be taken for your children, let it be the food or the education. So you need to convince them to take all those things, to take that ideas from you. So definitely you need that sales pitch in your family. So this is a major skill required as a homemaker, and women are beautifully handling these skills at home. So next skills is the product manager or purchaser manager. This is a very important skill. So everything, each and every item in the home, let it be the cookery items, let it be the sanitary items, everything she have to remember each and every day what and all is reducing in the cooking, in the kitchen, what and all the items are getting over. Everything she has to remember in her mind. So only then every day she have to update. She's like a computer, she's like a supercomputer. Every day she have to be in up to date, so that this organization, so family's organization, this organization runs smoothly each and every day. The next is the manager or the supervisor. So all these skills we need to supervise everyone, whether it is happening smoothly, whether everyone's we need. So mom's supervision is very important for the kids, and as a wife also it is very important for the husband. This skill is also very important for our women to actually run the family. You see, so much of skill is required for a single person to actually create that environment for that family. So that's why woman is called as a multitasker. She's definitely a multitasker, because she does so much of roles. She takes up so much of roles in her life. So she takes so much of, she learns actually so much of skills in her life, and executes perfectly, beautifully, to convert that house into a home and a family. We have done so much of things, so much of effort, we are putting in so much of effort. So but the major problem is, even if you do so much of things as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter, we are doing so much of things, but we don't have that satisfaction within ourselves. Because even if we are doing so much of things, we are sacrificing so much, we are spending our energy so much, we are doing so much of things. So somewhere women have that unsatisfaction within us. I think everyone will accept this. As a homemaker, we will accept this, because we are doing all these as a worker, we are not getting that satisfaction. We are doing this because we think this is just a working job. As a worker only we are doing. So because the we actually fail to develop the another main skill, the main role is the chief executive role. This is the major role that women should actually develop, because this is the major role that it actually assigns the each and every role for others. So a chief executive officer is a person who actually assigns the role for others. So this is also a very important role. So we have to know that everything, it's not, we cannot be continuously supplying for everyone. You should also know to allot things what others have to do. You should actually teach them to do things for themselves, as a family, to make them also participate within the family. This is also a major skill that as a woman we should accept. As a woman we should also learn to know to do this skill also, chief executive officer. You should assign things for your husband, your parents, your children to do that job, to as a family to actually coordinate together and do their role. So this may look like a organization. So a family itself, running a family itself is like a mini factory only. Today's world, running this organization as a family, it's a very difficult process because we are not getting that importance, we are not getting that driving force, we are losing that management skill, we are losing that chief executive skill. Executive skill is also very important to make others do that job and to bring them as a family, to make others understand what is the role in their family. This is also should be done by a woman only. So that's why women should take in charge of their family. She should actually take forward, lead the family. So nurturing and giving the environment, that is not only the part of the nature or part of the earth or part of the environment. Even bringing up the life force, teaching it to grow by itself, it is also part of the environment. So that's why as a nature, we should also know that to make others bring into the family, to make others know what is their role, to help others to teach, know their skills, and also to execute their skills into the family. So in this way, our job will be very easy as a homemaker to actually help others also to grow by themselves. Now the biggest problem is that so everyone needs some validation or appreciation. So everyone needs some force, driving force into their life. So as a woman also, we also as need the driving force. A person who's doing for the home, she as a woman, she's not getting a validation or credits. She needs that driving force externally, like an appreciation in the form of love from the family members, from the husband, in the form of affection from the kids. So all these are required for that woman as a homemaker, as a driving force. Because of this driving force only, she's able to do all these role, all these multitasking, all these skilled roles unconditionally and without an expectation. So as a sacrifice you have to do for this family. But I think slowly these things are being reducing because people are not understanding the importance of the feminine nature, the importance of the nurturing, the importance of creating the environment. Everyone are dependent on the external validation, on materialistic validation. So like money, they need so for everything they need a credit. So anything, any energy they're spending emotionally or even intellectually, they need a credit for that, a materialistic credit, like a money or validation for that. So that's why making as a homemaker, it's very difficult because everyone are focusing only on that credit format as a money, as a appreciation. So if you take in a career or if you take in as an employee, you get that credit as a money. So how much ever hard work you put into as a career, it is not going to get wasted because you get in the form of credits as a money, as a posting. But this homemaking is not like that. It should come unconditionally. So this we cannot actually depend on the external credits. So that's why everyone are becoming masculine in nature, everyone are trying to adapt to that masculine environment. So masculine environment is something like data and intellectual, so everything is logical. So feminine environment, it's like the nurturing, emotional. So emotional does not get the credit, emotional does not get the validation, only the data and intellectual, because the world itself now it's like a masculine role only. So everything is based on intellectual, everything is based on data and logical. So for that only everyone are giving the credits. So not for that emotions, not for that love, not for that nurturing, that nurturing environment. So that's why it's very, very difficult for a homemaker to run a family, to organize a family, to actually do it unconditionally. It is becoming very difficult because that nature, that emotional nature is looked down towards the woman. So woman is trying hard to actually come out of this to become masculine, because this feminine nature is actually put down. They're not appreciating this feminine nature. So this is also very important in this world. If we wanted to frame a society unconditionally, to get that self-driving force without any expectations, we wanted an unconditional love. Only if the feminine nature comes out, only you can experience this form of environment, this form of nature. Otherwise everyone is going to become validation oriented, everyone is going to become money credit oriented. So that will not work as a family. So children need unconditional love, a family need unconditional love. So men has to accept that they have to do it unconditionally. They, for that, everyone as a whole world, as a masculine, even as a woman, we should know the importance of the feminine nature. As a woman ourselves, we are not able to understand that feminine nature, understand the emotional nature. So emotions are actually working in the energies level. It is actually spiritual in nature. That's why in olden days, so women are considered very spiritual, because they are actually working in the emotional level, the energies level. It does not have any languages to express, but it is the feeling. We know that energies exist around us. So that's why even feminine energy is very important. As a feminine, we self forgot to understand these energies, and how will the masculine understand those energies? So as a feminine, we should push ourselves to understand our energies. We should bring back these feminine energies. So our main spiritual goal is self. This spiritual path is actually helping us to give that self-driving force, to give that the importance, to bring that, to bring back the importance of the feminine nature. So the spirituality is playing a very major role to bring back that feminine nature within us, to uh, help us to understand the importance of the feminine nature. We are always complaining the society, why the society is like this, the society is becoming worse, the male is like that. So as a female, we are always complaining. But one thing we should understand, that building block for the society is from the family only. This family has to be taken care of by a woman. A woman is only responsible for a person who's going for the society. So a family is like a factory, an organization. The product, the outcome of the family is that a woman is creating a high valued person, a ethical person who's fit for the society. So that's how the society is forming. So everything starts from the home. So woman has a major role. So a woman is like the environment. If she decides, she can change the society. So is woman has both constructive power and also destructive power. If she decides, she can actually form a beautiful society, and if she wishes, she can take all the environment and she can destroy the society. That's why the feminine nature is very important. The slowly all this nature is being destroyed. So spirituality is actually helping us to bring back all this nature, to bring back everything, all the feminine nature, to restore the feminine nature, to actually have the feminine society within us. So, okay, guys, you would have understood now what is the importance of a homemaker and what is the importance of a family. So, family is the building block of the society. We are only producing the ethical and high valued people for the society. That's how the society is formed. So, to have a stronger and healthier society, it should start from the family. It should start from the feminine nature. When the family environment is good, so all the feminine nature should unite together. As a woman, we should unite together. We should understand the skills. So, how much skills we have actually learning. So we are capable of these multitasking skills. So much of skills we are learning in this industry for the career. Why can't someone start these skills also? Homemaking skill is also very important for this society now. So why can't we start up these skills? That why can't we start the training sessions for a homemaker skill? So we are thinking this is some natural thing, but as we are taking everything as a professional, as a career, why can't we take this is also as a profession? Homemaking is also great profession, great career for us, without any credits, without any validation. We are doing this unconditionally. Unconditional love is also very important. Self motivation is also very important. So that's why these skills has to be also developed. Why can't anyone start up these skills, homemaking skills training, and then training aspects? Okay, guys, now you would have understood how important is a family, how important is a woman in a family, and what is the role of the woman in a family, and what is the feminine nature, why feminine nature is very important for this world to change. So, okay, guys, hope so all this information would have been very useful for you all. So, in my future videos, so this one video is not enough for me to put everything, uh, to tell everything about the women. So, many other things are the sufferings of the women in the society. We wanted that freedom, for that equality. So, for many things, women is being fighting. All these things I cannot put in a single video. This is like me, it goes for many episodes, I think. So definitely in future I'll make videos regarding the problems women are facing, what are the things as a woman myself, what it is directly coming from my heart, what we require, what I understand as a woman. So everything I'll make a video in my future. So hope so all these information are very useful. So please do forward to all the women's. Thanks for watching. So this is Shomna. Bye from Soulful Knowledge.